or maybe neither. Right. In this case, for example, of personal pronouns, I am Rodrigo and I am teacher. This is the same of this, but just in contraction. I am teacher. Right? This is the personal pronouns. Now let's explore personal pronouns in English. What? First, I, you, she, he, it. This word doesn't exist in Spanish, right? He, she, it, we, you, and they. You means in Spanish tú, and you mean in Spanish ustedes. Singular and plural words, right? This is the personal pronouns. I, you, in this case, are feminine and masculine. This doesn't exist in Spanish, but we use when we want to refer people or things, right? We, nosotros, you, ustedes, they, right? Ellos, but in our own way, right? This is the first. Now we're gonna speak about of greetings, introduction, and goodbyes, right? Here, let me, hold on, please. This is the personal pronouns. Now, have you ever wondered how many phrases there are to greet and say goodbye? For example, in this case, the first, greetings. Greetings. I mean, hello, right? In the follow, greetings, hello, goodbye, and this is my friend, etc. And the first, it's goodbyes, right? Check. In greetings in English, we have two different ways to say informal context and formal context and informal context, right? In the formal context, right? First, informal context. Greetings in informal context. In informal context, we can say, hi, what's up? What's up? What's going on? This means it's like, ¿qué hay de nuevo? Right? And how is going? How is going is like, ¿cómo te va? No? The last, how are ya? Check. This say how are ya, don't how are you. How are you is for the formal. And in informal context, how are ya? It's like, ¿cómo estás? Right? This is for informal context. Now, for formal context, right? Hold on, please. Right, for the informal context, we can say, right, hold on, right. It's like, hello, Mr. Velasquez, hello, Miss Velasquez. Hello, Mr. Velasquez, or hello, Miss Velasquez. Another, good morning, right? Another way to say hello in informal context, maybe good afternoon, depending of the time of the day. And another way, good evening, right? How are you? Yes, how are you? Right? This is the greetings from in the informal context and formal context. Repeat, hi, what's up, what's going on, how is going, how are ya? Hello, Mr. Velasquez. Hello, Miss Velasquez. Good morning, in the morning, right? Good afternoon, and good evening for the nights, right? And how are you, right? This is the very formal. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Right? And well, this is the greetings. Now we're gonna log the goodbyes, right? So please write down in your notebooks this, please. Anoten esto en sus libretas, por favor, ¿vale? I'm gonna delay this part. Possible answers for these questions. Possible answers, well, in possible answer for these questions, bien, very well, right? Very well. Okay, not bad. Bien, nada mal. So, it's like more or less, más o menos, right? Not very well. And finally, bad, right? Bad. Well, fine, thank you, maybe. How are you? Fine, thank you. But this is very formal, right? Now, goodbyes, despedidas. I'm gonna delete these parts, right? Now for goodbyes. So long in English. So long. It's like hasta luego. Okay, bye. Adiós. See you. See you later. Right? Bye. Just bye. Right. Another way, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Lindo día, que tenga bonito día, right? I don't know. Goodbye, right? Goodbye, adios. Have a good night, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, and stuff like that, right? This is for the ways to say goodbye in English, right? Now we're gonna look the presentation. In English, no, I present to you now. In English, we say, this is Mario, this is Angelica, all right? Now we're gonna look their presentations, introductions, right? For introductions, I mean presentaciones. ¿Cómo presentas a alguien? Now, in English, we say, this is Mario, right? This is, and the name here. I don't know, Mario, Angelica, John, etc. This is John. Oh, this is my friend John, right? Nice to meet you, John. Right? This is Rachel, right? I am Rodrigo, etc. And this is the way to introduce something in English, right? Another way to introduce yourself, it's like, let me introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. I mean, permíteme presentarme, right? Let me introduce who? Myself, a mí mismo. Let me introduce myself. And another way to say these things, it's formal context. Maybe I good, I would like, me gustaría to introduce. This is one, this is this one, this is this one. Introduce. I would like introduce my college. My college. I mean, me gustaría, in this case, yes, we can say introduce. Me gustaría presentarte a mi colega, a mi compañero de trabajo. And you can say, nice to meet you, or glad to meet you. Possible answer, glad to meet you. This the possible answer for these questions. I would like to introduce for this sentence. I would like to introduce my college, right? Glad to meet you. Encantado de conocerte. Glad to meet you. Another, pleased to meet you. Another way to answer this. Pleased to meet you. Right? Un placer conocerte. Right? When you meet another people, another person, you can say, pleased to meet you. Es un placer conocerte. Or, I'd like to meet you. Encantado de conocerte. Right? Check. Great. Now you know how to use the personal pronouns, right? In this case, we're gonna make some exercise. But before, please write down in your notebooks all this information, right? Vamos a realizar unos ejercicios, pero anoten lo que está en el pizarrón, por favor. Excellent. Now, we're gonna make some exercise. For example, the first, hi Marcos. I'm gonna write on the board a Scrabble sentence. This is one, this one, this one, and this one. Right? Draw one. Now, the exercise. In this case, we have a scrambled sentence. Tenemos unas oraciones revueltas, right? Tienes que darles orden. ¿Cuál va primero? What is the first? What is the second? What is the third? What is the fourth? Right? ¿Cuál va primero? Right? See you soon. Hi, Marcos. And then, see you soon. No, don't make sense. How are you? What about hi, Andrew? Makes sense, right? Hi, Marcos. Hi, Andrew. Is the second line. The second line. Where's the third line? Where's the third sentence? Hi, Marcos. Hi, Andrew. I don't know. How are you? Right? Hi, Marcos. Hi, Andrew. How are you? Right? What is the fourth sentence in this case? Think about it, please. Hi, Marcos. Hi, Andrew. How are you? Maybe so. And you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi Marcos. Hi Andrew. How are you? So. And you? Uh, I'm okay. See ya. This is the 5. And the last, see you soon, 6. Now, this is the order for this conversation. Hi Marcos. Hi Andrew. How are ya? So. And you? I'm okay. See you. See you soon. Right? This is the correct order for this sentence. Right? And this is very informal. Right? It's like between friends. Now we wanna make an informal context. Right? Just belong. In the form, this is the informal context. And for formal context, right? Para contextos formales. Check in this case. The first line. Good morning, Mr. Watson. Right? Sentence in scramble. What about glad to meet you. Another sentence. How are ya? Right? This is the another sentence. This is the next. Glad to meet you too. Another sentence. Fine. Thank you. And you? Fine. Fine, thank you. And you? The last. Fine, Mr. Watson. I would like to introduce Mr. Anderson. And Mr. Gibson. They are my colleagues. All this is at sentence, right? All this only at sentence. Now, ¿cuál va primero? Right? Please think about for 1 minute. ¿Cuál va primero? Maybe glad to meet you. Don't make sense, right? Don't make sense. Good morning, Mr. Watson, is the first sense. What is the second sense? Maybe fine, thank you. No, don't make sense, right? The second sense is one. Check. The second sense, in this case, it's this. In brackets, 2. This is the second sense. Good morning, Mr. Watson. Good morning, Mr. Wallace. What is the third sense? In this case, the third sense is how are you? This is the third sense. What is the fourth sense? What is the fourth sentence? The fourth sentence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Fine, thank you. And you? Check. Good morning, Mr. Watson. Good morning, Mr. Wallace. How are you? Fine, thank you. And you? Right? The dialogue makes sense for me and makes sense for you, right? And what is the fifth sentence? What is the five? What is the next sentence? Please thinking about it. The fifth sentence is this. Check. Check, check, check. Good morning, Mr. Watson. Good morning, Mr. Wallace. How are you? Fine, thank. And you? Fine. And you? Y tú? Fine, Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson. I would like to introduce Mr. Anderson and Mr. Gibson. They, personal pronouns, are my college, right? They are my college. And finally, the last is this. Glad to meet you. No, sorry. This. Sorry. This. Glad to meet you. And finally, glad to meet you too. Right? Check. Good morning, Mr. Watson. Good morning, Mr. Wallace. How are you? Fine, thank you. And you? Fine, Mr. Watson. I would like to introduce Mr. Watson and Mr. Whitson. Mr. Anderson and Mr. Whitson. They are my college. Glad to meet you. I'm glad to meet you too. Right? Now I'm going to speak in Spanish a little. Buenos días, Mr. Watson. Buenos días, Mr. Wallace. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Fine, thank you. ¿Y tú? Fine, Mr. Watson. Me gustaría presentarte a Mr. Anderson y a Mr. Gibson. They are my college, right? 6, glad to meet you. Encantado de conocerte. Glad to meet you too. Encantado de conocerte también, right? 2 it's the same for also, but 2 goes to the end of the sentence. And also maybe can go in middle or begin of the sentence, right? But it's the same, también, right? This is the exercise. Easy, right? Now, these were the formal, the personal pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, right? And in this case, this is the personal pronouns. Check. You, personal pronouns, right? You, you again, are my colleague, they, or another personal pronouns, right? This is the way in the you can use the personal pronouns in a conversation, right? We're gonna look the possessive adjectives. What? Right. I'm gonna delay this, right? The next topic is possessive adjectives, right? Possessive adjectives are used to show possessions or ownerships or things, animals, or people according to the subject, right? This is important. This is important. According to the subject, right? There are several ways of expression possession in English. One of the most common is using the possessive adjective. A possessive adjective is an adjective that used to show ownership, propiedad. It comes before the nouns. What means noun? Sustantivo, right? The possessive adjective, it comes before the noun in a sentence. And let's us know that one person of thing belongs, pertenece to another or am associated with another, right? This adjective do not have singular or plural, nor male or female versions, right? You can use the same one, right? In this case, in this topic, you will find the definition of the possessive adjective and explanation and examples of each possessive adjective. Third, the position of the possessive adjective in a sentence. Four, use or plural or singular nouns with possessive adjectives. Five, activities to practice the four skills in the English language, right? Writing, reading, and speaking, and listening. Right? And finally, a self-assessment exercise, right? By the end of this topic, you will be able, tú serás capaz, you will be able to write sentence using possessive adjectives to express ownership of people or things. Right. First, the definition. The definition is possessive adjectives are words to use to show possessions. The possessive adjectives are words to show possessions, right? Para mostrar posesión, right? This is the first. Possessions are always followed by singular or plural, right? Sorry, hold on. They show property, right? Muestran propiedad, pertenencia, and sense of belongings or ownership on a specific person, animal, or things. They don't have male or female versions, gender, right? Here the list of the possessive pronouns you can use in English language. My, right? Your thing, your, his, for he, her, its, its, all, and their. Well, hold on, please. Your, then again. Your and their. Check. These four, I, you, in singular or plural, he, she, it, we, you again for in plural, and they. They is for they, right? Mío, tuyo, suyo de él, suyo de ella, suyo de ello, nuestro, de nosotros, suyo de ustedes, ¿vale? Suyo de ellos. This is the mean in Spanish. Now we're gonna write some example for each personal possessive adjective. Sorry. First, with my. Example with my. We always use my instead. I'm gonna change of color. We always use my instead of the pronoun nouns. Right? Siempre utilizamos me en lugar del pronombre yo. Example, my name is Rodrigo, my name is Joe. Examples. My name is Carl. My name is Joe. My dog is black. My favorite color is blue. I don't know. My cat are white. My cats are white. Checks. We use for singular dog, one dog, or we use for cats. My cats are white. My cats are white. Lo podemos usar para singular o para plural. My dog is black, one dog. My cats are white, several cats, right? The next, your. This is the first. This is the second. Yours. We always use your instead of the pronouns you in singular or plural. We use you for female or male owners. For example, for me, your name is Joe. Another name, your name is Christopher. Check. Your name is Christopher, right? Your instead of you, right? Another example, what is your mail? Check. Yes, what is your mail? Your email or your social media nickname. What is your email? What is your car? What is your name? Right? And or for email or for check. This is we use for mail or Gmail. Another example. It's all. Now, next. The next one is his. His is the third. His, we use his when the subject is a male. We use his for plural or singular nouns, right? For example, what is his name? What is his name? In this case, for male, para hombre. Another example with this, Harry lives in Paris. Another example. Harry lives in Paris. Right? That, punto. His house is near his house is near of the center, or I don't know, or the center or the Eiffel Tower. His for he. Harry lives in Paris. His, suyo de ella, o sea, la casa le pertenece a él. His house is near, close Eiffel Tower, right? Another example, Homer likes car. Homer likes car, right? His car are his cars, right? I mean, Homer is the owner of these cars, right? His car are 4 sport ones. Right? A Homero le gustan los carros. Sus carros de él, I mean, this is the owner, are some for sports one. Right? The next, for hero. I'm gonna delete this. The next one is for her or she, right? We use her when the subject is a female. Right? We use her for plural or singular nouns. For example, what's her name? Check. What's her? Like a movie. Her name. I mean, ¿cuál es el nombre de ella? Right? Another example, Mary lives in New York. This is another. Mary lives in Mary lives in New York, right? Her house, that. Her house, it's very beautiful, all right? It's small but beautiful. Repeat. Mary lives in New York. That her house is small, but pero beautiful, right? Another example. Hannah likes animals. That her pets are checked. In this sentence for singular. In this sentence for plural. Her pets are 3 white cats. 3 white cats. Her is for singular or for plural. Mary lives in New York. Her house, one house, is small but beautiful. Hannah likes animals. Her pets, several pets, in this case 3 pets, are 3 white cats, right? For singular and for plural. Suyo de ella, right? The next one, it's. It's when we use it when the subject is only one thing or one animal, right? For example, yes, one thing or one animal. For example, in this case, we can use for plural or singular, not only one, for plural or singular. For example, what a cute puppy. Example, what a cute puppy. What its name? What is its name? Check. What is its name? A question mark. I'm Spanish. ¿Qué perrito, qué cachorrito tan lindo? ¿Cuál es su nombre? Utilizamos its porque el nombre le pertenece a un animal, ¿vale? O a una cosa. Another example, right there. Uh, the dog always moves its all. No, no, no. Check, see the dog. Another example, the dog always moves its all. The dog moves its all when it sees its owner. When it when it sees its owner. Right? This is the another example for it. The dog always moves its all when it sees its owner. El perro se sacude todo, se mueve todo, se alborota cuando ve a su propietario. Aquí decimos que el propietario le pertenece al perro, right? This is for singular. Now, one example for plural. Hey, the table checks. The table has. The table has its four legs. The table has its four legs cut or broken. Good. In this case, for plural, the table has its four legs cut, right? And the next one is, let me, the next one is there. The next one, there. There we use the when the subject is they, right? When the subject, we use this when the subject is they. We use there for people, animals, or things. We use there for singular or plural nouns, right? For example, these dogs, these these dogs, right? Had their ears, had this dog had their ears. Sorry. Sorry. Ears. Clean it, right? They're ducks, right? For animals, they're ducks. Another example, the boy gave boy. Another example, the boy gave me their money. Their money, right? This is one example, and this is another example. The boys gave me their money. In this case, the boys. In this case, the boys, sorry. The boys give me their money, right? For their books. Los chicos me dieron su dinero para sus libros, right? This is the owner of their money and their books, the boys. Now, another example, well, it's all for this example. The last one is for our. Or, right. We use or when the subject is we. We use or when the subject is we, right? It used for singular or plural nouns. For singular or for plural nouns. For example, for singular or plural nouns, we can say we like our school. Example. We like our school, right? Our school. And another example, our dogs are damaged. Our dogs aren't dangerous. Our dogs aren't dangerous. Nuestros perros no son peligrosos, right? And this is all for the for this singular, right? Possession of the possessive adjectives. The possession of the possessive adjectives is the possessive adjectives plus noun. Possession of the possessive adjectives, I repeat, possessive adjective plus noun, right? Right here. Plus noun. Like this, right? Or like this, possessive adjective plus noun. Possessive adjective plus noun. Or like this, possessive adjective plus noun. Or this, right? Possessive adjective plus noun, right? This is the position. Like of adjectives in English, they are always located before the noun they are referred to, right? Before the noun to refer to, right? Hold on, please. Another example of the positions. I'm gonna do like this. This is the positions. Possessive plus noun. For example, my house, your house, ¿vale? Her house, his house, I don't know, your book, your book, and their car, right? The possessive adjective needs to agree with the possessor and not with the thing, animal, or person that is possessed, right? I mean, el adjetivo posesivo necesita concordar con el poseedor y no con la cosa, persona o animal que lo posee. Example, my house is big. Another example. My house is big. In brackets, entre paréntesis. I is the subject that possesses a home. That possess a home. Right? Another example with this. Another example, maybe her husband, her husband works in a bank. Works. Bank. In this case, she, right, is the subject that possess a husband. right? Her husband, male, works in the bank. She is the subject that possesses a husband. Another example, his mother is a teacher. Yes, his, not her. His mother is a teacher because he is the subject that possesses a he is the subject that possesses a mother. Possessive adjectives with plural or singular noun. The form is possessive adjective is the same with plural or singular noun. Check. Or just one example. Our car is red. Our cars are beautiful, right? Is the same place for singular or for plural. Our car is red. Our cars, plural, are beautiful, right? Another example, my book is interesting. This is the singular. And this is plural. Another example, my book, singular, is interesting. Now, with plural, my books are interesting. Hold on, are interesting, right? In this case, one book is interesting, singular. In this case, my books are interesting, plural, right? The form of the possessive adjective is the same with plural or singular nouns. My possessive adjectives remains the same, right? Now we're gonna make one exercise. Look at the subject of the lens. Hold on, please. Anoten esto, por favor. Me quito un minuto. Right, it's all. Check, please. We're gonna make one exercise for clarify this topic. Check, for example, my father slash car. What corresponds for father? In this case, corresponds his car, right? Now, the instruction is the next. Look at the subjects on the left and right of the blanks, the correct possessive adjective. This is an example, and the exercise is the next. The next is the girls. Girls slash Willa slash Jesse Daisy slash I am Eva slash the duck slash my sister slash Evelyn slash I slash the gorillas. You and Alice, right? This is the exercise. Try to resolve from your house. Now, hold on. ¿Cuál va aquí? Así de sencillo, ¿vale? ¿Cuál va aquí? For girls, what possessive subject corresponds, right? What is the correct possessive adjective for the girls? Why? What? What? Maybe they, the girls, their book, right? Su libro, or their books. For Willie, what corresponds? Willie, masculine, maybe his, right? Now, Jesse and Daisy. Apartment. What corresponds for Jesse and Daisy apartment? Their apartment. Right. I am Eva. What corresponds for I am Eva? Oh, I and she. I mean we. I mean all. The dog, animal. Dish, plato. What corresponds for the dog? Correspond for the dog, eats, right? Now, my sister, boyfriend, my boyfriend, your boyfriend. Which one? For sister, her, right? Next, Evelyn, your father or father, my father, Evelyn, feminine, her again, I, you boy, it's boy, they boy, now, my boy, the gorillas. What corresponds for the gorillas? Check. In this case are animals, but for plural, now we use their bananas, right? And the last one, Joe and Alice, dolls, your, right? Recapitulamos. The girls, their, Will, his girl, Jesse and Daisy, their apartment, right? And Eva, our school. The dog, its dish. My sister, her boyfriend. Evelyn, her father. I, my boy. The gorillas, their bananas, because these guys are the owner of the bananas, right? You and she, I mean you and Alice, your dolls, right? Perfect. Now I'm gonna get out the game for my minutes. Try to solve. Right. Now for practice the writing from your house. Please write down in your notebooks. Now for writing, my best friend's topic. From your home, you are going to write about your friends. Use a possessive adjective to describe where the live or study. Write about 40 words for each person. Right? I'm gonna delay this. For homework, for practice, the skill of writing. The topic is your best friends or your family. Check family, 2 syllables. Don't say family. Family está mal pronunciado. It's con 2 sílabas, 2 syllables, family, right? Family. For writing, you write about your family or your friends. From your home, check for your home, you're going to write about your friends. Use possessive adjectives. right? To describe where they live or study. Check. Look the example. In this case, we have a person, right? And the another chart, we have description. For example, my cousin Luis, right? My cousin Luis, and you're gonna describe things about him. For example, in this case of my cousin Luis, description. Some girls say, sorry. Some girls say is handsome because check. He is air is short and black. That punto. His hands again his are big, right? That comma sorry and check and his eyes are brown. His house that his house is enormous and has a pool. His hobby is hobby is swimming. Right? This is your homework, right? From your house, you're gonna write about your friends. Use possessive adjectives to describe where they live, how to study, or how lives, right? In this case, I put on my cousin Luis, right? Some girl says he is handsome because his Possessive adjective. Her, I mean, su cabello de él is short and black. Short and black. His hands are big and his eyes are brown. His house is enormous and has a pool. His hobby is swimming, right? Now in Spanish. Esta es tu tarea, ¿vale? Para poder poner en práctica los adjetivos posesivos, vas a hablar acerca de tu familia o amigos. Yo puse el ejemplo de mi primo Luis. No existe, es un ejemplo. Y para describirlo, estuve utilizando possessive adjectives, right? His. Estos ejercicios nos van a ayudar al writing, a la escritura. Now in Spanish, this is important for you. Si tú quieres que te demos retroalimentación con estos ejercicios, no olvides que tenemos un curso en CONAMAT, ¿vale? Entonces nosotros damos clases en CONAMAT de inglés los sábados de 9 de la mañana a 1 de la tarde, ¿right? Entonces todas las clases son completamente en inglés, like this, como estas. Estoy hablando en español porque esto es importante. Si tú quieres inscribirte al curso de CONAMAT o quieres que tenemos retroalimentación de esta tarea y de todas las que vamos a estar dejando y aprender muchas cosas más, puedes inscribirte aquí en CONAMAT. Estamos en la 3030 La Revolución junto al Mexibus de San Cristóbal Centro. Ahí se ven grandotes, es una escuela de azul marino con blanco, ¿ok? Y te decía, es de 9 de la mañana a 1 de la tarde y además, de manera gratuita, puedes quedarte de 1 de la tarde a 2 de la tarde para asesorías más personalizadas, ¿vale? Para poder, si tienes algún problema con un tema, nivelarlo en ese bloque, ¿ok? Entonces, te esperamos en CONAMAT Ecatepec para que te inscribas y le demos retroalimentación a esta tarea. Vamos a seguir con el tema que todavía nos quedan algunos ejercicios por hacer, ¿vale? Entonces, me retiro un poco para que anotes lo que tengo atrás de pizarrón, un par de segundos y sigo con otros ejercicios. Now, another homework. This is one homework. Now, this is the other homework. Please pay attention. Right, right. For the speaking, check. Hold on. For speaking, I'm gonna delete this. Now, to practice the speaking is the next exercise. Please pay attention. The skill about speak, hablar, speaking. This is one of skill very important for you. It's the most difficult skills, right? For skills about all your family again. With two syllables, family. Use your friends, use your mobile phone to record an audio for 1 or 2 minutes. Describes a member of your family. You will have 1 or 2 minutes. When you describe your family, include this, their age, their eyes, and the skin color. Right? For example, once you're already record your audio, please don't forget, we have here for help you. right? This is the form for speaking about of your family. Speak about of your family. This is another homework, right? It's all for this topic. Now we're gonna speak now another topic. In this case, let's have an invitation or suggestions, right? Let's como invitación, okay? Let's have an invitation. Or suggestions, right? Now, for this, to give this use when to talk about or give suggestions. This used to give or extend and invitations. To carry out, right? Now, in this case, we use let's when we want to make an invitation or suggestion that includes me, right? For example, in this case, I invite you to live. In this case, we don't include in this sentence, I mean in Spanish, te invito a que te salgas. En este caso no nos estamos incluyendo a nosotros, ¿vale? Pero en el otro, check. Let's go out. In this case, yes, we included in this invitation or suggestions. Let's go out. In this case, en este caso sí estoy incluyéndome a mí. Salgamos. Right? This means in Spanish, te invito a que te salgas. Let's go out. Included me, incluido yo. Salgamos, right? Why? Because let is the short form, is the contraction for let us. Let us and let's. It's the same, right? But this is very formal and not common. This is the common, right? Let us, nosotros. Let's, it's the same, right? For example, it's more common this, right? You see in daily conversation. Another example with let's. Check. Let's get something to eat. Let's get something to eat. I mean, vayamos por algo de comer, right? And the answer, the possible answer, yes, let's go. Let's go to Charlie Pizza. Charlie's Pizza. Right? Let's get something to eat. I mean, in this invitation, I include me. En esta invitación me incluyo a mí. Yes, let's go to Charlie's Pizza. Sí, vayamos, incluyéndome a mí, a la pizzería de Charlie. Right? This is the last. Primera persona del plural. Right. Right. When you use let's. This is the another rule for let's, right? When you use let's, you must use the verb and take it easy. Simple form. Right? Pay attention, right? When use let's, you must, debes de, use the verb in simple form. Cuando usas el let's, debes de utilizar tu verbo en su forma simple. Ajá. Voy a poner, por ejemplo, aquí, get, go. The verbs goes in the simple form, right? Get, go, right? Another examples. I gonna delete this part of the board, right? Checks. Pay attention, please. Let's getting ice cream. And the last. Let's get an ice cream. In this case, in 1, 2, 3 sentence, where is the correct sentence? What? Pay attention to these rules. What is the correct sentence? Let's to get an ice cream, or let's getting an ice cream, or check. Let's get an ice cream. What is the correct? Maybe two? This is incorrect sentence. This is wrong. Why? Because the verb don't goes in the simple form. It's in gerund. Esto está mal porque el verbo no está en su forma simple, está en gerundio. What is the correct? Check. Most, when use let's, you must use the verb in simple form. This is wrong, right? Porque este verbo no está en su forma simple. Tiene un tú de este lado. What is the correct? Choose. La opción correcta es esta. Let's get an ice cream. Because this verb is in simple form, right? Esta es la correcta porque el verbo está en su forma simple. ¿Recordamos? Recapitulamos. Let's for invitation or suggestions. Para invitaciones o sugerencias. Y el verbo después de let's tiene que ir en su forma simple. Now we're gonna make some exercise to clarify this topic. Right? Are you ready? Just give me a second, please. Right, I'm gonna delete off the board. Hold on, please, hold on. The first sentence. Let's check. Situation, right? The air condition isn't working, right? This is the situation. Your suggestion is the next. Let's call the hotel lobby and report it. Right. This sentence is correct or incorrect, right? Take some seconds, then a few seconds. Let's call the auto lobby and report it. ¿Está bien escrita esta oración? Yes, because the verb goes in simple form. Llama al hotel, ¿vale? Y repórtalo. Second situations. Situation. The internet service isn't working. Right? Suggestions. Let's call the internet company. This sentence is it's correct or incorrect, right? Take your time. Let's call the internet company. It's wrong, it's incorrect because goes in general. Let's call the internet company is the correct way to say let's call the internet company. And the last, situation. The subway, train is very slow. I'm late for work. This is the situation. The subway train is very slow. I'm late for work, right? And suggestions, it's late taking a taxi. Now, is this sentence correct or incorrect? Right? Take your time. Let's take a taxi. Correct or incorrect? It's incorrect, right? Because verb goes in gerund. In this case, it's take. Right? Let's take a taxi. Right? This is the suggestions. Well, bueno, por mi parte es todo por el día de hoy. Espero hayan entendido y lo hayan disfrutado. Recuerden que nos esperamos en Conamá de Catepec. Estamos sobre la 3030 a un costado del Mexibus San Cristóbal Centro. Hay lonas enormes que dicen tal cual Conamá. Aquí nos pueden encontrar y también pueden llamarnos a los siguientes números telefónicos que les voy a poner acá. Los números son el 55, permítame. Para más información pueden llamar al 55 46 19 54 46. Y también tenemos el otro número que es el 55 57 87. Ay, ya no ocupo acá, lo voy a poner. Bueno, lo voy a poner debajo mejor, perdón. Aquí abajo. 55 87 03 3 65. Repito, 55 57 87 03 65. Y aquí nos pueden comunicar mediante vía WhatsApp, ¿vale? Entonces, si quieren, es rápido un mensajito para que pidan más informes, no solamente del curso de inglés. También contamos con curso de matemáticas, un diplomado, también con curso de ingreso al Comipes, que pronto va a empezar, no se queden fuera, chicos y chicas. También con cursos de ingreso al Politécnico, curso de ingreso a la UNAM, y contamos con una alta tasa de ingreso de nuestros estudiantes. Entonces, los esperamos para que van a ver que no se van a arrepentir con cualquiera de nuestros servicios. Matemáticas, ciencias en general, inglés o lo que ustedes tengan y necesiten en cuanto a educación, nosotros estamos para servir. Entonces, nos vemos en la siguiente. See you later, guys.